Hello and welcome. This is Michael Pear. Just want to give you all an introduction to cryptocurrencies. So what are cryptocurrencies? And this is my definition. A digital representation of value that can't be double spent because it's protected by the blockchain. I'll get into the blockchain possibly later, but just think of it as a way to send value from point A to point B, or from one person to another using technology. And the analogy that I like to use is, think of how you can send an email right now. So an email that you craft or you compose, and you want to send some information to some recipient. So just think about it with money. So if I have $5, if I wanted to send $5 from one person to another, but you can't necessarily send money without using like PayPal or something like that. But with cryptocurrencies, you have this concept of a wallet, and you can send cryptocurrencies or coins or tokens. I'll use all of those interchangeably from one person to another. So the most famous cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. And it was created by a person named Satoshi Nakamoto. We believe that's a pseudonym for someone. So we don't know if it's a person, a collection of people, or, a big team. But at any rate, what he did was, using computers, he came up with a way to be able to send money from one person to another without actually having the first amount being double spent. So think of it this way. I have $1 and I want to send this dollar to you. With a physical dollar, I hand you the dollar and you're the recipient. You have that dollar in your hand. I can't spend that dollar because there's a physical representation of it, that the dollar can't exist in two places at the same time. However, in the digital realm, we know that we can copy anything. But Bitcoin, what it did, what Satoshi figured out a way, was to use cryptographic, and just think of cryptographic as a scrambling technology. Just say able to scramble digital information such that it won't allow for the double spend. So in the previous example that I just gave, if I have $1 in Bitcoin, I send that dollar to my friend Sam, and I send that dollar from my wallet to his. The dollar was in my wallet. Then when I sent it through the Bitcoin network and he received it on his side, I no longer have that dollar in my wallet, but he does now have it in his wallet. So it's the same way that if I was sent something to him in a physical manner, that it can't exist in both places at the same time. And this is the problem that Bitcoin solved. So one thing about Bitcoin is that there are going to only ever be 21 million ever created, but it can be divisible up to 8 decimal places. And Bitcoin can be traded at exchanges all across the world. Some of the more popular ones are Poloniex, Bittrex, Coinbase, and there are many others. And again, it's peer-to-peer, so I can send something directly from my wallet to Sam's wallet. And there are online wallets, there are app wallets for iOS as well as Android. But not only do you have Bitcoin as being the most recognized, so think of it like this. Say Bitcoin is McDonald's, but then all the other fast food chains is just, say, the others. The others in cryptocurrencies are referred to as altcoins. So, but there are literally thousands of them. And again, if it's not Bitcoin, then we're referring to an altcoin. But there's some very successful ones, as have listed here: Steam, Ripple, Ethereum, Dash, BitShares. They're also globally traded, and again, it has the same properties that you can send them peer-to-peer. And peer-to-peer just means that you have an application on a device or on your computer, and the person that you're sending it to has the same application on their side, and you can transfer it over the network. Now, we're familiar with this concept of sending value. It's conceptually, it's the same as if you have a credit card and you swipe your credit card, and the money is taken from your credit card. It's passed over the Visa, MasterCard, or whatever network it is, and then it's sent to the merchant. It's the same type of thing, but the difference is peer-to-peer means it's decentralized, meaning that there's no one standing in the middle in this exchange. So there's a level of security there. So how can I figure out how much do these Bitcoins and altcoins trade for? You can go to coinmarketcap.com and you can see a list of all of the cryptocurrencies out there based on their market capitalization. And we'll be looking at that a bit later. And then I spoke earlier about exchanges. Exchanges are where you actually trade these tokens, these cryptocurrencies or coins. Again, all three of those terms I'm using interchangeably. So Poloniex.com, Bittrex.com, OpenLedger.io. It's a decentralized exchange, meaning that it's not owned by a single company. Is that several people run software, and it has, so the nature of it being decentralized is that there's a level of security there. And the reason for that is that if that one site was hacked, with it being a decentralized network, it should have greater security that the funds won't be just lost because you have a proprietor of a particular exchange that maybe has done something that's less than honest and taken the funds that the traders have contributed to the site. And then GDAX is Coinbase's trading platform. So Coinbase is a large onboarding platform here in the US. So this year, 2017, the trend in crypto has been explosion. This year, cryptocurrencies have risen across the board dramatically. And so I can't necessarily say the reason why. There are many different things that could contribute to the rise of this explosion, or the rise of these altcoins and Bitcoin in particular, going up so much. I don't know the exact reason, but it does go back to one fundamental reason, and that is demand is increasing and supply is decreasing or staying constant. Therefore, it's just the law of supply and demand. Therefore, the prices are rising. And so from there, let's just see what we can do to be able to actually go through and let's create accounts. So let's say I want to get into buying Bitcoin or altcoins. So the first thing you have to do is to be able to have an account. So if you go to michaelpair.com, www.michaelpair.com, and then here you see I have buy Bitcoin with Coinbase. You click on that link, and let's say if you were to sign up, click on the sign up link. You can put your first name, last name in, your email, your password, and you can create an account here. When you create this account, what it's going to allow you to do is then associate it with your bank account, and then you can transfer money via your debit card or your checking account into this exchange. And once you have done that, then you can go into the exchange. So I'm going to pause this for a second and come back and log in. Okay, so I'm logged into my Coinbase account. After you've gone through the sign up process, you'll be able to log in as well. And so here you can see that this represents my account. And once you have it, you can go through and you can actually click on request and send. You can send funds to it, or let me back up. One of the first things you can do is buy or sell. So after you've set your account up, and say if I wanted to buy some Bitcoin. So currently Bitcoins are trading at $2,899.42. I can go ahead and buy from my bank account. I can specify how much I want to buy and hit this, and I can buy Bitcoin. Once I get that, it will come into my wallet. Okay. And now you can see here that I have $8.69 worth of Bitcoin. Now, at this time, that's the US dollar amount, but then this is what it is represented in terms of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is priced in its own denomination of BTC. That is the symbol that refers to Bitcoin. And failed to mention earlier that each of these cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, they all have a symbol that they're referred to as, almost like a stock symbol. You can think of it in terms of that analogy. So there's a BTC for Bitcoin. That's the symbol. Ethereum is ETC. Litecoin is LTC, right? So now that I have Bitcoin in my account, I could send Bitcoin to another account. So let me log into Poloniex. Now, Poloniex is an exchange where you can trade cryptos, right? So get logged in here. So what you can do is also come out to Poloniex. You can create your account, sign in, log in here. All right, now, so I'm logged in, and you can see that there are, the way this interface is laid out, these are all the tokens that are traded on the, under this BTC tab. So this is a tab that I use primarily because I can see all the coins traded on this particular platform. So if I click on here, say go to BitShares, right? So what this is going to show me is a price chart. So you can see what is last traded at, what's the 24-hour change, what's 24 high, 24 low, 24-hour low. Here's a historical chart going back. I can specify if I want all. Let's just say I want to look at the last 2 weeks, and I say I want to see 30-minute intervals. This is what this chart represents for me. So I can see there's been a dramatic rise since June 8th to where we are today. So now come down, you can see the order form in order to buy or sell. So what I could do is if I sent some BTC from my Coinbase account, Bitcoin to my Coinbase account, from Coinbase over to this Poloniex account, I can then put in an order to buy. So let's say if I wanted to buy, if I'm buying, then I'll have to buy out of the sell side. If I'm selling, I'll sell out of the buy side. So it's kind of backwards there, but you'll get used to it. So if I want to put in a buy order there, I can put in a buy order for how many BTC that I have. So if I want to just buy 0.001, remember I spoke before that Bitcoin is denominated up to 8 characters, 8 decimal places. You can see it there. If I were to buy, I could buy, but I don't have enough in this account currently to buy. But I can put on a buy order. And if I, in turn, had BTS that I wanted to sell, so if I bought some BitShares with Bitcoin, then if I had BitShares in my account to sell, I can just go here and say, hey, however many I want to sell, the amount, and then I can hit sell there. So that's a way of buying and selling cryptocurrencies on an exchange. I'll do another video going into some of the specifics, but this is just a primer for how to get started in cryptocurrencies. Thanks.